And at this point, I'm like, bro, I know I'm not tripping, son. Like, his shorty is definitely trying to come at me. Like, YouTube what it is, man. It's your boy Sayysooflyy. I am the wave. I am the bridge, man. Now, right now, son, listen, man. Back again with another video. And this right here is a good old story time. Now, I know y'all like the story times. Now, I've been waiting some time before I actually told this story, but I think it's about time I get it off my chest and get some advice from y'all. Now, before we actually get into this, if you're not subscribed already, click subscribe, catch the wave, join the family, like the video, son. You here right now, like the video, leave a comment. I need you to comment something right now. I don't care what you comment. Like, just say something, say hi, you feel me? Say something, talk to me, you feel me? If you already subscribed, welcome back to another video, man. You should definitely comment the wave in the comments right now. You already know how we do it, but that's it. Let's get straight into this video, man. I know y'all been waiting, y'all been wanting the story times. I got you. Here we go.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
So the other day, I linked up with one of my old college teammates, right? He just moved to Charlotte. Now, we cool, like, that's my nigga, but he's not somebody who I, like, talk to every single day. You feel me? He don't really be on social media like that, but I mean, that's my guy, you know, but we not like besties or nothing like that, you feel me? He hit me up, he was like, yo, what you want? I'm in Charlotte. He's like, yo, pull up. We going out to get some hookah. We gonna watch the games, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, bet, I pull up. So I get out there, it's him and it's like 3 other dudes, right? This is like when we first get there, or they was already there when I got there, you know, and pretty much everybody just, you know, drinking, they cooling or whatever. I get there, I'm thinking like, I ain't really gonna drink. I just wasn't really feeling it. So I'm just watching the game, you know, chopping it up with them. I'm dapping them dudes up, you feel me? That was my first time meeting them, you know, and me and boy, we just, you know, chopping it up. We reconnecting or whatever. Some time goes by, and by this time, we all drinking. Like, we all got just drinks all over the table. We buying rounds for each other. Like, we all just, you know, we spending bread. And as we there, my homeboy, let's just call him David, you feel me? So my boy David, he's like, yo, I got some shorties coming. You know, they gonna kick it with us. They gonna be in our section too. I'm like, I bet, cool. You know, I had my little drip on, you feel me? I'm looking good or whatever. And I'm like, I bet. Fast forward, shorties pull up. One of them, she real cute. I'm like, damn, this girl, you know, she pretty as hell. And I think she had 2 friends with her. She had 2 friends with her, but her friends was just regular looking girls. Like, they wasn't like my type. The first girl, she was my type, like she was cute. And it just so happened that the cute girl came from my guy David, you feel me? That was his shorty. So once I see that, I'm like, I bet she off limits, you know, like, all right, cool. So, you know, at this point, you know, we ordering food, we getting more drinks, whatever, and everybody's cool. And like, one of the shorties, she's sitting right next to me. I'm talking to her. We like chopping it up, but I'm more so just like being polite. Like, I'm just, you know, being friendly or whatever. Fast forward, you know, end of the little hookah spot. Everybody like, I bet, bro, like, so what's the next move? My bro David, he lived like close to that little vicinity, and he was like, yo, bro, we could just go to my crib and then we could figure it out from there. I'm like, I bet. So as we walking to the whips or whatever, you know, I hit the little thing to my car and it's like beep beep, and you know, I drive a BMW or whatever. And then the girl's like, that's your car right there? And then I was like, I'm being regular. And I'm like, yeah. And this, when I say the girl, David's girl, the cute one, she's like, that's your car? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh, you fancy, you got money. And I just laughed. I was just like, you know, just played it off or whatever. You know, I get in the whip. I drive over to my bro David crib. And he stayed in like a townhouse like thing. So it really wasn't no parking. Like, it really wasn't no parking. So as I'm driving past, like, I see the house and I'm like, damn, ain't nowhere to park. And it was just a random lady, like his neighbor across the street. A random lady was like, you looking for somewhere to park? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, you can park in my driveway. I'm like, damn, you sure? She's like, yeah. So I pull into her driveway, I park or whatever. When I get out the car, David and other dudes was in one car. The shorties was in another car, and then I had drove separately. So we was in 3 cars or whatever. So David, they all in the crib already. So I pull up into the driveway, I park or whatever, and as I'm getting out of the car, like literally, I'm across the street, like I could see his crib. When I get out the car, the shorties pull up, and then she's like, oh, you gonna park right there? And then I was like, yeah, you know, she just said I could park there or whatever. And she was like, this is the cute one. She's like, oh, word, well, we gonna be looking for parking, or we're about to look for parking. You wanna ride with us? You wanna get in the car? And I'm just like, do I wanna get in the car? Like, I'm thinking like, this is the shorty talking, like his shorty, the cute one. And at this time, I don't know if that's his girl. Like, I don't really know. I'm more so just going off of the vibe that they was giving off. Like, the vibe that they was giving off, like when we was all there, you feel me? They like, you know, kind of whispering to each other. So I'm thinking like, word, that's your shorty or whatever. So when she like, you want to get in the whip with us? I really was just like, nah, I'm about to just go into the crib. Like, I really just said, no, I'm about to go into the crib and I'm about to link with them or whatever. Get into the crib. While we was in the crib, it was just, you know, regular conversation. Nothing really crazy was happening there. We was just getting some more shots, whatever. So we kind of figuring out like, yo, what's about to be the move? Like, what we about to do next? And I'm telling them like, yo, well, you know, I stay downtown. We could go to this spot called Cloud. If you know anything about me, you feel me? Like, Cloud is, I be in Cloud a lot, right? I haven't been there in a little minute, but I was like, yo, we could go to a spot called Cloud. And they was like, I bet, but you know, I'm drinking. I ain't really trying to be too lit, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, word, well, shit. I'll drive and y'all could just ride with me. The other dudes, they left. So at this point, it was me, David, and it was me, David, one guy, and it was two other girls. So yeah, me, I was driving. David was in the passenger seat. Two of the girls was in the back seat, and then one of the dudes was in the back seat. So the car is pretty much packed. I'm getting in a whip. I'm driving or whatever. As I'm driving, you know, the girls is like, yo, put on some music. So I'm playing music or whatever. You feel me? The girls, you know how girls be doing. They in the back, you know, vibing out, singing the songs. And play this song next. I'm doing it. You know, we all just like singing while we driving or whatever. So everything was cool. I tell them, I'm like, yo, well, I live right next to Cloud, so I could just park at my crib and then we could just walk to Cloud. It's like 2 blocks away. It's like, I bet. As I'm pulling into my crib, the shorty, his shorty, is like, this is where you live? And she said it just like that, like, this is where you live? And I'm just like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God. And I'm driving, I'm thinking like, yo, like, I think his shorty like me or something, but I'm keeping it cool, you feel me? I'm keeping it P. I park and then I tell them, I'm like, yo, so it's 2 different options. Like, we can either go upstairs, we could go to my crib real quick, you feel me, get ready again, and like, you know, gather again before we bounce, or we could just walk straight there. They was like, yo, we could just walk straight there. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we walk in the Cloud, and you know, nothing really happened while we was walking the Cloud. By the time we get in the Cloud, we end up meeting another one of his homeboys. It was one of his homeboys, and he had like 2 girls with him. So now it's like a group of us, you feel me? And the only person I already knew was David. David was the only one, because that was my teammate, you feel me? So we all just cooling. The shorties, they got hookah. We getting wings, like we all eating or whatever. At this point, like fast forward, I done had some drinks in me. Like, we all in there, like, we been drinking the whole time, so we all like on a wave. We all, you feel me, we wavy or whatever. So I got a few drinks, I got a drink, and I'm pretty much like at the bar. I'm in my own world. I got my shades on, you feel me? I'm just vibing for real, you know? And as I'm like vibing, his shorty, David shorty, the girl, I don't even know her name. She come and she like stand next to me, and she was like, you so cool. People always say that. She's like, you so cool. And then I was just like, well, you know, appreciate it. I try, you know, I'm just kind of like playing it off like being funny or whatever. She's like, yeah, I see you. And she like looking me up and down, and she's like, you look good. And I was like, well, appreciate it. Shit, you look good too. I mean, she did look good. I said it back, like just being nice, but she did look good. But I wasn't even saying it like that. I was like, well, like, you know, you look good too. Honestly, like I said, I was a little bit lit, so I don't remember what she said after that. But I know we kind of chopped it up a little bit, and then she walked away. She kind of went back with David or whatever. When she walked away, I'm thinking to myself like, man, that was kind of different. Like, yo, is this his shorty? Like, I'm having those thoughts in my head, like, yo, is this his girl? Like, what's going on? When we got there, it was a dude, and he had girls with him already. So, like, it was one of the girls that was there. One of the dude, he had came up to me, he was like, yo, bro, like, he's like, yo, man, ain't none of these girls mine. He's like, yo, you could talk to either one of them if you want to. They was straight, they wasn't my type either, so I was just like, word, I bet. As I was cooling, he kept coming up to me, he's like, yo, bro, like, shit, you go smack at one of them if you want. If you want one of them, go ahead and get them. And I was like, word, like, I'm just saying word, like, I heard you, but I don't want them, you feel me? So I'm chilling, and I'm being polite. Like, I'm talking to him and stuff, but I'm not, like, trying to get him, you know? And as time goes, shorty comes back. His David shorty comes back, And then she was like, you got a girlfriend? And I'm like, do I have a girlfriend? Like, yo, what's going on? But I was like, nah, I ain't got no girl. And she's like, why? Why you ain't got no girl? And I was like, shit, I just be cooling for real. Like, I don't even, that's not like on my list, you feel me? That ain't one of my priorities, to have a girl. And then she's like, dang. And then she's like, but if you found somebody that you actually liked and that was like actually good for you, then, you would cuff them. And I was like, yeah, like if I found one, if it was somebody who I actually fucked with, then yeah, I would. And as she's asking me these questions, I'm thinking to myself, is this girl, is she coming at me, or is she trying to put me on to somebody? Like, I literally did not know what was going on. Like, yo, is she spitting game to me, or is she trying to put me on one of her friends? Then she asked me, she's like, how old are you? Told her how old I was. She's like, well, do you like younger girls? Like, do you like a girl that's younger than you? I'm like, shit, I don't discriminate, you feel me? If she look good, if I like her, I like her. Not on no crazy shit, you feel me? Not no 17-year-old, like, we all grown, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna not talk to somebody because they younger than me. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. Then she walks away again. And at this point, I'm like, bro, I know I'm not tripping, son. Like, his shorty is definitely trying to come at me. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, should I tell him or what? Like, should I don't know. I didn't know what to do. So I ended up like coming up to him and I pulled him to the side. I was like, yo, is that your girl? Like, is this your shorty? And he was like, it ain't my girl, but that's my girl. Like, that's my shorty. And if you know, then you know. Like, when he said it, I completely understood. I was like, okay, word. Like, that's his shorty. They just be fucking around, but that's not his actual girl. And I was just like, word. Like, I bet. Well, shit, I was just checking. I didn't tell him what she was saying. I ain't tell him like the shit that was like going on, but I was like, word. When he said it was his girl, I started thinking even more like, okay, maybe she's trying to put me on to one of her friends or something. Like, that gotta be the only thing, cause ain't no way she really bold enough to be talking to me. She know that me and this dude is was teammates. She know that that's like one of my homeboys. Like, ain't no way she that bold to be doing that shit right in front of him and everything. So after he said it, I get back to the wings, the hookah, the drinks. I'm like, we all together, but I'm really just in my own vibe. I'm just on some cool shit, like I'm being Sayysooflyy, man. That's just what I do. Shorty comes back. I don't remember what she was saying, but she said something about me being cool again. I kind of just laughed, and she was like, you come here a lot? And I was like, yeah, I always be out here for real. And she's like, yo, we gotta link, we gotta hang out. She's saying it like on some friend type shit though. Like, she's like, yo, we gotta link, we gotta hang out. And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, shit, I'm down. And then she was like, what's your number? She asked me for my number. And I'm like, my number? I'm not doing this in front of her. I'm thinking in my head, like, my number? Like, yo, what the fuck going on? So I give Shorty my number, and then I think we chopped it up again, and she like walked away or whatever. I think it was literally shortly after that when they came up to me, they was like, yo, bro, we about to leave. Cause I drove them there, so they just took an Uber back, cause I stayed downtown. The spot that we was at was literally downtown, and they stayed kind of far, so I definitely wasn't about to drop them off. So they took an Uber back, so they pretty much left. I'm finishing my wings. Now I got the hookah, I got drinks still. So I'm like, just on some dolo shit like I usually am anyway. I'm like, damn, bro, like, that's crazy. Like, what even just happened? Like, was his shorty like coming on to me? Like, do she like me or something? Pretty much after that happened, like, she didn't text me that night. I think it was 2 days later. It was on Sunday. I end up going to like a bar. It's more of a mingling type bar, so where you could actually talk to people and stuff like that. End up going to a bar, and I see them again. I see both of them again. And I see him, I went out there dolo, I see him, I'm dapping him up like, yo, what's good, my nigga, blah, blah, blah. And then I see her, bro, she was more excited to see me than he was. Like, she's like, oh my God, what's up? Bro, the way she hugged me, you know how it's different ways to hug somebody. So like, you can either do the side hug, you could do, the hug where like, you could do the hug where I'm up top and she's down below. So like, I got my arms around her shoulder. Or you could do the hug where she put her arms around your neck and you hugging her waist. So like, she's like, oh my God, cause she's like little. oh my God. And she put her arms around my neck. And I think I did like a one arm, like, I did like with one arm, because I'm like, yo, like, why is she so excited to see me? So like, this right here is crazy. But yeah, man, and I was just looking at him, and I think he knew. Like, even when they left the club, I think they left the club because of that. Cause like, when she was talking to me, I'll just be like, you know, looking around and stuff, and I'll see him, cause she'll be with him, and then she will leave him, come talk to me, and then go back to him. And like, while we will be talking, I'll just, you know, be like looking around or whatever, and I'll see him, and he'll be standing there, and it's like, he's not like looking at us talk, but he see it, like he could see it. And I know he was feeling a type of way about it. But I was really thinking to myself, like, damn, like, even though he told me that wasn't his girl, or that it's not his girl, that's still his shorty. That's the shorty that he talking to. And I don't know, man. This is why I'm making this video. Should I tell him that his shorty is low-key on my body? Now, I can't say that she's on my body though, cause she never texts me. Like, I mean, she gave me I gave her my number, but she never texts me. And I mean, I don't got her Instagram or nothing like that. Literally, the only time I'll be seeing her is when I see him and they together, you know? So it's like, I don't really know if she was coming at me, or maybe she was trying to put me on to somebody, but I'm pretty sure, son, I'm not dumb. I can tell the vibe when a girl like you, son. She was giving me all kind of choosing signals, you feel me, just throughout the entire night. It was just like yo, does his girl like me? But yeah, man, I just wanted to tell that story, and I really want to ask y'all, like, yo, should I tell him? Should I tell him that his shorty is doing that? Because, I mean, I would want somebody to tell me, but one, that's not his actual girl. And then two, she didn't really cross a line to where it's like, I know for a fact that she was trying to get at me. I don't know if that makes sense or not. This right here is just another example, or another reason why I say that you really can't trust him, man. You really can't. Like, that shit's crazy. Like, she was on my body. I wasn't even like coming at her. Like, the entire time I was there, since we first was at the hookah spot, all the way until we went to his crib, until to the next little spot, and then the next days when I seen him, like, I never was like coming at her. I never gave her like a choosing signal. I mean, I probably looked at her like, she knows she looked good, but I don't know. I never did anything to give her the green light to come at me, son. But yeah, man, I don't want to be a home wrecker. I don't want to just ruin something, because he might actually like her. Like, shit, they might be together right now, you know? It's like, I don't want to just be that nigga that's gonna wreck something that might be good for him or might be good for them. So I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. But I will say, bro, his shorty she was definitely on me, man. Have y'all ever experienced that? Because that shit's crazy. And I mean, also, like, we cool, but we not that cool. You feel me? We not saying that I'm gonna hit his girl or nothing, but we not that cool to where it's like, yo, man, you gotta tell him, bro. Like, you gotta tell him that's your brother, that's your bro. Bros before hoes. Like, we cool, but it ain't that cool. You feel me? That's just my old teammate. I just haven't seen him in a while. I haven't talked to him in a minute. So y'all let me know what I should do in the comments. If you're still watching this video, like the video. If you haven't subscribed already, click subscribe, catch the wave, join the family. This is a quick story time, man, just because I know y'all be liking the story times, and I be wanting to say this shit out loud, and I don't really be saying it out loud to nobody else, so I might as well make a video about it, all right? Got the Dior on my body, you feel me? Got the rollie on her wrist, man. Got the chains. This is why she wanted it, nigga. She had, honestly, I didn't even have all of this stuff on when I seen her. I didn't have my rings or nothing. Like, I think I had one chain on. Like, I wasn't even on no crazy shit. I had no designer on, nothing. But I'm just that nigga low key. That's really what it is. But yeah, man, stay cool. Stay safe out here in these streets, man. Most of all, stay wavy, my friends. Stay wavy, because wavy don't die.
She gave me head first. Kill the game, put them in a hearse. Still in school, she a head nurse. She a bottle girl, just a network. I see you in your bad, baby, run it up. She ladylike until she wanna fuck. In the bed, I treat her like a slut. Damn, I know they see me coming up with some millionaires. Getting money, I ain't never cared. Niggas hating, I ain't never scared. Crib in Charlotte, I ain't never there.